Hi guys, welcome back to my pregnancy updates. This is my first pregnancy update for my second trimester, and I'm so sorry because I'm actually almost 19 weeks pregnant right now, and this is my first time I've sat down and filmed something for this second trimester. Hello, you coming to join me? Okay. Are you excited to be a big sister?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're going to be a brilliant big sister, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. She's very excited about being a big sister, and she keeps touching my belly and going, "Is it grown yet?" So I think where I left you last time in my last pregnancy vlog or video updates was I'd had my 12-week scan. I think that's where I left you. I hope I updated you on that. I swear I've been terrible with these updates. It really is true what they say about second pregnancy. When you've already got a toddler or a young child or even an older child, I imagine, it seems to pass quicker, and I don't want to say you're not as present, but not that I haven't been present. I have been present with the pregnancy, but in terms of finding the time to like do these updates or take bump photos or anything like that, I think I've taken 2 bump photos in my whole pregnancy so far. Yeah, anyway, I think I left you at my 12-week scan. I hope I updated you on that anyway. And everything was good. And just after that, I think it was probably around that weekend anyway that I was turning 13 weeks. I stopped having the morning sickness that I was having, and the food aversion started going away as well. So I've been able to kind of eat normally again, which is great. I have more energy, obviously not feeling sick, so feeling much better every day on a daily basis. I've been able to go back to my exercise classes mostly, and I am just about to start doing pregnancy yoga. I generally try to do a bit of yoga in my life. I'm pretty sporadic with it. I wouldn't class it as a regular thing anymore. I try, but I fail at being a regular yoga pursuer. But I am this week scheduling it in to start doing it a couple of times a week to really help me. My body has started to feel a little bit, some days I've just been feeling a bit like slow moving. like, so I think the yoga will help me feel a bit more agile. And also in terms of pregnancy symptoms as well, I've started to feel that like discomfort at night sleeping. So I've got pillows all around me while I'm sleeping, which my husband just loves. But I have like a pregnancy body pillow that I used in my pregnancy with Ada as well. But oftentimes when I first put it in the bed, this pregnancy, I was still ending up on my back. I was still somehow rolling onto my back. I was aware that this was an issue. I kept waking up on my back and rolling over again. And then one night, I'd say it must have been about, I think it was about 2 weeks ago, I remembered she'd come into our bed and I had gotten myself back positioned on my pregnancy pillow, and then she made a noise and I rolled onto my back to check that she was all right, kind of like put my hand on her. And then I remember that, and I remember what time it was, and then I must have fallen back asleep. And the next thing I knew, it was 5 hours later, waking up and I was still in the same position. And I was like, oh my goodness, I've just slept on my back for 5 hours. And I felt awful that day. I was nauseous, I was dizzy, I was lightheaded. I even threw up, and I was so concerned that I actually called my midwife team to chat about it because I felt like I'd done something to hurt the baby, basically, by sleeping on my back. And they reassured me. They said it's probably fine, like, you know, it probably is. And at that point I hadn't had any definite movements from baby as well, so there was not like me being able to lay there and check the baby was moving because I hadn't felt baby yet. well, I'd had two movements that I thought may have been baby, but I wasn't sure. Um, so I was really concerned that day, and but the midwives put me at ease, and that night I then loaded myself up with more pillows around me, and that hasn't been an issue again, luckily. And since then I have felt baby move, and yeah, so that came to nothing. I guess I was just concerned. Maybe I was even like freaking myself out more about it, but um, it obviously did cause some sort of blood flow issue, which that's what they say is why you're not meant to sleep on your back. I think it was my body telling me, don't do that again. Um, and I haven't. Um, but I felt baby's first definite movements. I think it was like 17 weeks one day. And that was, yeah, I definitely felt somersaults and even some little kicks. And I've been feeling that regularly now. It's quite a mover, this baby, quite a mover. Um, so that's been really lovely. I'm waiting for the point where you can actually feel it from the outside so that my husband can feel it and Ada can feel it. But we're not there yet. And in fact, we have our 20-week scan, our anatomy scan next week, a week from today actually. And we're going to find out what gender the baby is, which I'm so excited for. We're not going to do like a gender reveal party or anything like that. That's not our style. We're just going to find out. We're just going to ask the sonographer and get them to tell us right then and there. And then we will do something special for Ada for her sake, to tell her and to kind of help her process it. We're thinking we're going to make cupcakes with her the next day, and she's going to put in some magic drops into the buttercream that will turn the icing a certain colour. So we think that's what we'll do with her. And then we'll probably take a photo of that activity and then just post that to social media to tell our family and friends. So nothing major, but we're very excited to find out the gender. We've got guesses. I've got a very strong guess or instinct. I don't know. I could be completely wrong. But I think I know what it is. But I'm trying not to believe that too strongly because you don't want to get attached to a certain idea. I'm trying to think of any other pregnancy updates. We went abroad when I was 15 weeks pregnant. So a few weeks ago we went to Croatia for a week and it was wonderful. I did a lot of walking. I was a little bit slower on some of the trails, especially when they were like uphill trails. I was a bit slower, but that was okay because we also had a 3-year-old with us who was also slow, so that was fine. Yeah, had a really good time. It was really lovely. It was kind of like a little bit of a baby moon, I guess. Yeah, it was really lovely. That was our first and last trip to Europe as a family of 3, because next time we go abroad to Europe, we'll have a second child. So that's exciting. So I'll just show you my bump. Yeah, it's not quite straight, but you know. So this is my bump at 18, almost 19 weeks pregnant. Yeah, I think I am growing quite quickly, like I said. Yes, darling. I'm just showing the camera.
I'm doing a rainbow.
Are you doing a rainbow?
I did red.
Yeah. There we go.
Green.
So that's my bump there. I've still got some stretch marks from Ada's pregnancy, so I'm using a lot of like stretch mark soothing cream and moisturizing a lot this pregnancy to try and not, number one, not exacerbate those previous stretch marks and hopefully prevent more. But I know the odds are I'm probably going to get more. Those ones will probably get worse, but I'm just trying to limit that. Anyway, I'll update you again soon, and yeah, thanks for watching. Bye. Hi guys, so I'm now 22 weeks pregnant. Still feeling really good. Energy levels the best they've been in pregnancy so far. Occasional tiredness though, like I'm not, skipping about with unlimited energy. But yeah, feeling good. We had our 20-week scan between my last update and this one. Um, and I'm very pleased to tell you that baby is looking really healthy. All their organs look perfectly formed for their gestation. Measurements all perfect according to the sonographer. And we found out that we're having a little boy. So we're very, very excited. I feel kind of validated as well because this entire time I've thought it was a boy. And in fact, at our 12-week scan, I thought I saw something, but that's very, very unlikely. Very unlikely at 12 weeks. But also, I don't know how many other people have looked into this, but there's nub theory. And I did look into that. And from that, I did think we were having a boy. But I don't know, I think I was just convincing myself in my head, but it is a boy, and we're very, very excited that Ada is going to be a big sister to a little brother, which is really, really exciting. Now we've just got to choose a name because we really, really struggled with boys' names last time. In fact, we had not chosen a boy's name, so we were just really lucky when Ada was born because she was a surprise gender. We were just really lucky that she was a girl because we'd chosen a girl's name, but we still could not decide between us on a boy's name that we both liked. We really were struggling. So we'll see what happens this time around. I don't really have anything else much in the way of updates. I just wanted to let you know about the scan basically and let you know that everything's going well. I'm trying to still keep up with my exercise regime, which I do pole dancing, fitness classes, and that is starting to get a bit more difficult. Still completely safe. My teacher is fully trained in prenatal and postnatal fitness, so she's making sure that I'm, staying safe while still being able to participate in the majority of the class. But yeah, so far I'm still able to do most things, but I'm feeling like it's probably going to have to, I'm going to gradually, I think, be doing less and less of that and probably more and more of pregnancy yoga, which I've been trying to do a little bit of just at home. I think I'm going to try and look for a class though around here because I find motivating myself to exercise at home, I'm really terrible at it. If I'm booked into a class to go to, I think I'll be much more frequent with my exercise. Anyway, I'm also walking a lot. I walk Ada to preschool twice a week, and that is a 45-minute power walk because I'm on a time limit. I've got to get her there and then get back to start work really quickly. So that's quite a fast walk, that one. So yeah, I don't really have much else in the way of updates. I don't have another midwife appointment for another 6 weeks, not until I'm 28 weeks, because this is my second child. You have less appointments here as long as you're low risk and all that, which I am. Yeah, so far this is just a low risk, normal, as my husband says, boring pregnancy, and that's what we hope for. Anyway, I will update you again soon. Bye. Hiya, back with another update for you. I am 25 weeks and 3 days pregnant today, and today is actually the first day that I have had to take off sick from my job during this pregnancy. I'm struggling with a little bit of dizziness and lightheadedness at the moment, yesterday and today. It's kind of worse today. So I thought it would be best that I didn't work today. I'm a childminder, and today my husband is also in the office, so I would be home alone with other people's children, and I didn't feel comfortable with that, considering I felt very lightheaded and very dizzy and on the verge of fainting a couple of times. I haven't yet, But my concern is that if I was to pass out whilst caring for other people's children, that's not a good situation to be in, especially if I was to, hit my head or something. Just, those nightmare scenarios play out in your head. And luckily, the parents are very understanding that I've taken today off work. And it's also a day that my daughter's at preschool, so I actually have an entire day to myself, which is so unusual. I'm not used to it. And the idea of laying down on the sofa and watching Netflix is, wonderful, but very odd for me. So yeah, so it's the first day of this pregnancy where I've really felt unwell. And even then, like, I know this is normal, and I did get dizziness and lightheadedness in my last pregnancy as well, and it's normal. I've talked to my midwife about it. It's just to do with the growing blood volume in your body as you're growing another human being. It causes some general low blood pressure. So that's all it is. It's nothing serious. I'm just being cautious and resting my body because it's telling me that it needs it. Anyway, that's it for this update. Yeah. All right. Bye. Hi, everyone. This will be my last update for my second trimester pregnancy diary. I am 27 weeks and 3 days pregnant. So I'm moving from my second to my third trimester right now. And yeah, still feeling really good, which is great. Touch wood. I have, over the last few weeks, experienced a bit more lightheadedness and dizziness, which is related to low blood pressure. Nothing serious and nothing to be concerned about. A little bit of ligament pain and pressure just in my groin area, especially when walking. But again, nothing really bad. Still overall feeling really well and really quite comfortable. I have been sitting on my birth ball a lot more because I'm finding it comfier than sitting on the sofa at the moment, between the pressure and just ligament pain, and also just generally feeling like I've got a foot stuck in my ribs. The birth ball is just a comfier place to be, and also I know it's really good for getting baby in the right position. So, as I've mentioned before, I'm vying for a home birth this time around. So, trying to do anything possible to help make that a reality, and that includes, trying everything I can in my power to get baby into the right birthing position. I also went to my first in-person pregnancy yoga class last night, and I loved it. It was so great. So the class I went to is like, they do a little bit of birth prep talk. You do like a hello circle where everyone kind of introduces themselves and talks a bit about their week, which is really, really nice. And then you do a bit of yoga together, and end the practice feeling really, really relaxed. And it was just really lovely. It was a really lovely space. So I'll definitely be going back to that for the rest of my pregnancy. On that note, it's on the same night as my pole dancing exercise class, but I have now moved down a level for my third trimester for the rest of my pregnancy. I've moved back down to the beginner class, just because I'm no longer inverting, and there's a lot of moves that I can't do anymore safely or in my comfort level. So I felt it best for me to move down to the beginner class, and that's on a different night. So that then allows me to be able to go to this pregnancy yoga class, which is great. I'm also practicing the yoga through the same class's online portal where they've got a whole heap of pre-recorded videos. So I've been practicing those at home as well, an extra 2 times a week as well. So kind of doing pregnancy yoga 3 times a week, doing my pole dancing once a week, and then walking a fair distance twice a week to walk my daughter to preschool. Yeah, nothing else to really report, just feeling well, excited for my third trimester, getting super excited for the birth, continuing to expand my knowledge, and practicing my hypnobirthing. And I've had my birth plan written and in place for pretty much my whole pregnancy, but really going over that and visualizing and putting everything in place that I can to potentially make my birth preparation and my birth experience as smooth as possible. But also keeping myself in a calm state of mind and planning for all eventualities, because that's something I didn't do last time. I had the one view in mind of how I wanted my birth to go, and so when it didn't go that way, I was so disheartened, and I just don't want that again. I don't want that mental discouragement and the negative feelings surrounding that. I want my birth, no matter how it goes physically, I want it to be a mentally positive experience. So planning for that. And obviously I do have a preference, my home birth. I would love, 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 love that to happen. But I feel prepared in the fact that I am researching all my options and planning for all the variations of what could happen. Yeah. Anyway, that's enough rambling for me. Thank you for watching my second trimester video diary, and I will be back with my third trimester video diary. I can't believe I'm going into my third trimester. It's gone so quickly. This second pregnancy is gone so quickly. I know people say that, but it really has. Anyway, thanks guys. Bye.